Hello everyone, how's it going? So I 100%ed the final DLC for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, where we finally get Deathstroke. So I'm going to give you my short opinion on the DLC. As always, if you like this content, like, sub, and share, and if you want to go the extra mile, join. The DLC starts the same way as all the other DLC content updates. Amanda Waller wants Deathstroke a part of Task Force X, and you're left to recruit him and find him across the multiverse. As for Deathstroke, he actually acts like Deathstroke. I know that's surprising, but if you've been playing Suicide Squad's updated content, you know Lawless, Joker, Mrs. Freeze. They aren't exactly great characters. They're knockoffs of the original cast used for identity politics and for self-inserts. They're just genuinely terrible characters. But Deathstroke is definitely a breath of fresh air. He actually acts and thinks like Deathstroke. After constantly being defeated by Batman, he looked inward and eventually tried to reconnect with his family and find new purpose in his life, even going after Brainiacs and killing them in mass quantities across the multiverse. But somehow with this DLC, they got even lazier. I don't know, it's because this is the final DLC content offering or WB cut their budget, which wouldn't surprise me, but on top of the samey Riddler challenges where you collect trophies, where you do the obstacles, on top of you just exploring the same world, doing the same missions over and over, this time with a medieval theme, what's really more sour about this is that you don't even fight Brainiac at the end of this DLC. They couldn't even be bothered to have a rehashed version of the Justice League come back in like the Flash, Green Lantern, like they've been doing since the beginning of these DLC content updates. No, you fight a bunch of Brainiac's minions, Deathstroke comes out and just stabs him in the back and kills him. But that's not even the tip of this. There is no cutscene of Amanda Waller recruiting Deathstroke into Task Force X. Every other character had a cutscene except Deathstroke. The worst characters, Joker, Mrs. Freeze, freaking Lawless, all had cutscenes. And they also had the audacity to still try and charge players to get Deathstroke early in the DLC. They did this for every other character, but at least they had cutscenes when you recruited them. This doesn't even have that. It is just so profoundly lazy. I mean, I can't even fathom this. He still does have audio logs for completing combat challenges, and as I stated, he acts and thinks like Deathstroke. Like, you have these sword attacks which he impales enemies using his ultimate ability. He has a 360 shuriken attack that serves as his other ultimate, and of course he can slow down time like every other Suicide Squad member. But ultimately, at least he was fun to play with. His traversal ability allows him to use a grapple hook while using his superhuman abilities to dash for a limited amount of time. It's definitely the longest traversal ability out there. It's not the most fun, but it's a lot easier to use because Deathstroke, he breaks the game. Like, I was able to complete every mastery level on rank 20 and above with ease with Deathstroke on my party. Granted, I did have overpowered equipment because unlike a lot of sane people, I actually played this to get tier 3 equipment. But regardless, like, Deathstroke is actually pretty powerful and fun to play. But despite all of that, you can't fix the problems that are core to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. One character isn't enough, and as much as I love the fact they didn't pull some sort of identity politics activist garbage with Deathstroke like they did with the other three characters, you're never going to be able to convince me otherwise. At least he was true to form. He's Deathstroke, he's an assassin, he's lethal, he has his sword, he even looks cool. And if you're looking to 100% this game, this is the time to do it with Deathstroke because he makes everything such a breeze. And it's a bit ironic considering that the best DLC character came last and now Suicide Squad is on its way out. Didn't last a year, didn't deserve to last a year, so hopefully Rocksteady can go back to doing what they do best, but a lot of the veteran studio members are already left, including the founders, so I do have hope because the Batman Arkham Shadow game for the VR MetaQuest is actually good. I've been playing that. But this, you know what, at least Deathstroke was fun, at least he was decently implemented, and at least they didn't change him to something he's not. Either way, that's the video. I'm not going to rate this because why even bother, but that's it for me. Bye.